afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us here at Cabrini Green Legal Aid. We are so very excited to be welcoming our illustrious panel. Introductions include Josie Horace, who is one of our Leadership Council members and former Visible Voices member, State's Attorney Kimberly Foxx, new Public Defender Sharone Mitchell, and one of our very own Supervising Attorneys for Criminal Defense, Adam Kaney. And I'm Esther Franco-Payne, Executive Director of Cabrini Green Legal Aid. Attorney Foxx and Attorney Mitchell, talk to us a little bit about your efforts to advance racial justice.
Our day job is racial justice, right? I think getting people out of cages is racial justice, but doing that more effectively. Listen, we haven't always gotten it right. We always haven't done the best job. We haven't always treated our clients with the respect that they deserve, and it is my job to help improve that work. I see my clients, I see my brothers and my sisters and my aunties and my uncles, and maybe our office hasn't always done that. And I know that we have the reputation of, talking people into pleas. Quite frankly, as a public defender, I did that too much for my liking. But the reason was simple. We have a justice system that forces people into incarceration. We have pretrial incarceration that keeps them locked up before they ever or any evidence has been presented against them. And then we have sentencing structures that incentivize people to take pleas instead of actually going to trial and actually testing whether those stories I talked about a few minutes ago is actually true. So it'll be important for me to improve the ability of our office to advocate, but it will also be important for me to ensure that my office, is filled with people who have been fighting mass incarceration and wrongful convictions and permanent punishments for their entire career, to get their perspectives to the table when we're talking about making changes to our justice system, so that we're not always advising people to take the plea, that we can tell people, hey, let's take this thing to trial because I believe you. I think that what you're saying to me is right, and you should have the right to be in front of your peers and tell your story.
Our community right now, and I say community, our Chicago County community, is not at its highest when we have 7-year-olds gunned down in McDonald's parking lots with their parents. Because what I know is that little girl, if I from 624 West Division, could grow up to be the Cook County State's Attorney, first Black woman to do this work, child of a single parent, all of the issues that Cabrini Green Legal Aid seeks to address. My mother suffered with mental health issues, bipolar, self-medicated with marijuana. My mother was never a criminal, but she was doing things that this system right now would criminalize. She needed help. But her daughter got to ascend to be in this space. How many daughters, how many sons who can change the trajectory of this country are we allowing to languish in a system that we know is doing harm? This isn't charity. This isn't charity. This is our fundamental responsibility to make sure that the least among us are able to thrive so we can all thrive. And the final check on that is, so this isn't to make you feel good. This is because our communities need this. This is a needed service. And the final check is, we're in the middle of an uptick in crime. We're in the middle of what feels like a time of despair. As you write your check, also recognize that we can't be reflexively doing the things that we know don't make us safe. Provide the cover. Provide as we work on bail reform and Public Defender Mitchell and I, before he came, we're talking about this for years. I've sat and testified. And then when things get crazy, this week alone, I've heard it's gone too far, it's gone too far, it's gone too far. For all the things that we're saying, let's do more. We cannot reflexively do the thing that we were told made us safe and we know better. Check yourself when you watch the news and you see the violence and you say, what can I do? It is not to push for things that we know didn't work. It is to invest in organizations like Cabrini Green Legal Aid. It is to trust the work that has been done. And it is to recognize that it is a bigger investment than one individual. It's an investment in our communities.